What is good, YouTube? Thanks for coming back to the channel. And in today's video, I have something I want to discuss, and it's in particular to any of the W205 C Class owners. Now, it doesn't matter if it's the regular C300 base models, the C43s, or even the C63s. As long as these are W205 chassis models, I think you're going to find this video very, very helpful. Now, before we do start with this video, I just want to say, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm kind of sick, like I have a cold. I don't know what's been going around here. So I am kind of stuffy, so if you guys will bear with me through this video, I appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So the first thing I want to discuss is all of my cosmetic parts that I have to my car. So if you guys don't know, or if you guys are new to the channel, I do have a 2020 C43 AMG. Now, this car, in terms of cosmetics, meaning looks, is nowhere near stock. I've bought a lot of cosmetic parts on, online, a few parts off eBay and things like that, which I'll probably start leaving pictures throughout the video to show you guys where you can find them. And I just want to say, I'm pretty sure the majority of my parts did come off eBay, and now eBay is not a bad place to buy parts, as far as, from my experience. But however, the number one thing I do recommend is for sure reading the seller review, because sometimes some sellers do have bad reviews, and obviously you don't want to buy from a seller with bad reviews because you could have a chance of possibly getting scammed. So for sure, I do recommend that you guys, read whatever, the review is. So let's say if you're buying a spoiler of any sort, a front splitter, canards, whatever it is, spend your money safely, spend it, correctly or wisely like I did. And I'll be showing you guys how to do that later on in this video. So somewhere up around the screen, I think I'll probably leave like a picture somewhere over here. I'll show you guys what my car looked like stock. So when I got the car, everything, how it looked, the grill, the wheels, rear spoiler, everything. Now, honestly, it wasn't a bad looking car for stock, but I just knew when I bought the car, in terms of looks, I was not going to keep it looking this way. And that's just pretty much the look like I had in my head, or the look that I had in my head. So I had a vision. I liked a more all black, like, just classy looking car. Now, I did leave some chrome parts, so the bi-turbo badges, I did leave chrome, and the 43 badge in the back along with the AMG, because I want those to show. I don't think I would go fully black. Obviously, I'm not going to tip my taillights. I think that's too dark. But I just like the all black, sleek look. So I bought, I did a few things actually. So my calipers were gray, and I wanted to add like a little bit of contrast. So what I did was I made them red, took them to a nearby shop, got them red, perfectly fine. Now, in terms of the real like big cosmetic parts, so let's say like my grill, I'll leave a picture up again somewhere over here to show you guys what it was or how it looked like. And then I bought it, as you guys can see up here, off of eBay for, it depends, you can find some really good ones. I'm not sure if they're OEM, but they're really good quality. You can, put them on, but the only downside, however, is when you do get these grills, you do unfortunately have to go to a shop. So you got to take off the entire front bumper to put on the newer grill. So you got to take off the old grill and put on the new one. That's the only downside to it. But again, they're really not that expensive, anywhere ranging between, $90, $110, $120, give or take, depending on the seller. But other than that, that's one of the first things that I did to my car. And then the other thing I did to my car was get rid of the rear spoiler that I had and added the new, bigger one. I don't know if I have any pictures. If I do, I'll probably leave it somewhere up on the screen as well, of what the older one used to look like. It was very thin. I didn't like it, especially with the diffuser this car came with stock. I think it should have came with like a bigger wing. And with the wing I added, again, I'll leave it somewhere on the screen, it really just perfectly, complements the diffuser, and it looks much better from the back. I think that's a need and a necessity for all C-Class owners, no matter what they are. But again, that's my opinion. So if you guys like the little one, you guys might like it. If not, like me, I suggest changing them. There are a ton of options on eBay. You can just pretty much search up W205 and the year of your car. So if I have a 2020, I'd search up W205 2020 C43 rear spoiler, and a bunch of them come up. So if you want them gloss black, like I got them, you want them carbon, things like that, they're all there. But again, just make sure you read the reviewers or the seller's review. That's number one priority. So without further ado, let's move on to the next thing I did. And the next thing I added to my car was a front lip. Now, the front lip was a really big game changer. So when I got the Panamericana grill on my C43 and I paired it up with the front lip, it looked way like a whole different car. If I have a video, I'll leave it somewhere up on the screen to show you guys, but it was just a really good, like, you know, add-on. Wasn't too expensive, actually. It was about maybe $60-$70. But unfortunately it did break off. I think I wanted to take it off because I originally had it wrapped in carbon, and so when we peeled the wrap off, because I think from all the heat is what the person that wrapped my part said, the paint actually came off with the part. So I said screw it, whatever. We just threw it away, and then I think I'm just gonna order a new one, you know, soon, maybe this spring or maybe whenever I get a chance to. But they're really not that expensive, anywhere from $60 to $80. You can get one gloss black, but if you want one that's carbon, obviously we know carbon fiber costs a bit more, so you're gonna look somewhere in the hundreds. Again, also off eBay. Read the seller reviews, and they really do compliment the car. There's two more. Oh yeah. So something else I actually did to my car was change the wheels. So the stock wheels were okay. The AMG forged 5-spoke wheels were all right. They were 18-inch wheels, and then I think they came with 245s in the back and 235s out front, or 225s. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment sections. But regardless, I knew they were way too small, and the 18-inch didn't really just sit right with the car. So I took my car to a nearby discount tire, found a really good, you know, set of wheels. Got them off of what was that one website called? Fitment Industries. That's what it was called, Fitment Industries. Got them for a pretty good price. There's a ton of wheels that you can find there. So I went to my discount tire that was nearby, ordered it from there, and then I also got bigger sized wheels. Now I believe on the 43s, the biggest you can go is 265s out back. And the wheels I got were 19 inches. So 19 inches fit perfectly fine, but the biggest tire size you can go out back is 265s without rubbing on the inside. And in the front of the car, I believe I have 245. So I'm running like a staggered, you know, stance. Really well. They looked really good. Service was perfectly fine. I'll probably leave a video or a picture of that as well, of how the car looks. Complete game changer. I got them black because obviously that's the look I wanted to go. I wanted to get a nice like black look. But so that's what I did. The wheels were also like another game changer, like I've been saying. Everything just, you know, kind of adds up. So from the spoiler to the grille to the wheels to the calipers, like slowly like the whole car actually changes. But obviously the wheels being a really big part, you know, of the car, it really did like change the entire look of the car. So I did that. I changed the tire size, and then I changed the wheels as well. And then the last thing I did to my car, I mean, it's really nothing crazy, but in terms of cosmetics, it's tints. I did tint my car 20% all around and 35% at the windshield. So I didn't want anything too dark, but at the same time, I wanted to have some type of like privacy within my car. And at night, personally, I feel like it's perfect. You really can't see inside of it, but you can see outside. Now, I did get ceramic tint. So what that is pretty much, it's the tint, but you're able to see better during the nighttime. So if you're gonna go with tints, I highly suggest doing ceramic. Original tint, honestly, it's a gamble, especially at night. You're not gonna be able to see that much when driving, and obviously that's not something you want to have when you're driving. You want to be able to see everything, you know, comfortably, especially in the rain. So those were the things that I highly suggest doing to any C Class. Those are pretty much the basics. Any W205 C Class. Now, I have had a lot of questions about if I'm gonna lower my car. Now, this is something I've been, you know, contemplating in my head a lot, because I've seen a lot of, you know, lowered ones, not even on bags, just on, you know, lowering springs, and they look really good. Like I'm this close to mine. Like I've always looked at them, you know, every week I you know, debate between myself, but at the same time I can't. And the reason why I can't is because in Michigan, our roads are literally the worst thing you could ever drive on. If you live in Michigan, you know, if you don't, the potholes here are just, I don't even know how to describe them, but the closest thing I can describe them to you guys is literally they are moon craters. And if I hit a pothole, I might risk, you know, damaging one of my rims or my wheels, cracking a front splitter, And there's just more expenses and, you know, just money spent out the window that I could, you know, save or put towards any performance part if I want to, or just even save and just have in my pocket. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, the car does have a wheel gap. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, deny it. But at the same time, I mean, it's not really that bad, especially when the car is like rolling, or if I'm driving, or if I'm getting any rollers done or anything like that. It's really not too bad in my opinion. Now, when it's sitting or like in a stance, it's parked or whatever, you can see it. I'm not gonna lie, you can definitely see it, but it's not like monster truck high. So there is a gap, but in my situation, I can't. And even though that it's not really my daily, because I do have a spare car I like to drive in the winter here, I don't know, I'm not gonna really take the chance, because we're always having construction here, potholes are bad, and it's not ideal for me. Now, if you do live in another state, if you're lucky enough to live in a state where, you know, roads aren't really your main concern, so like maybe Florida, Texas, or pretty much anywhere down south, I would highly suggest doing that. They look really, really nice. The car looks completely different, and I think honestly, I can't remember the names, but I'll probably leave somewhere on the screen a few good brands that I've heard that make really good lowering springs, and you can contact them if you want, if you have any questions about them. But so in my case, I will not be lowering my car for those reasons. Now, if you do live, or if you're fortunate enough and live in a state where you do have better roads, I highly suggest lowering your car. And one last thing, I almost ended the video without telling you guys, and I did do under my car. Now, this was under the hood like mod, I guess you could say, but it's really not really for performance. It's just something I just did because I like the sound of it. So what I did was I bought Rentec blow-off valves. So those ran me about, like, I think if I remember, like $400. Pretty expensive, but I mean, I guess you could say well worth it. So I got them installed, took them to a nearby shop, put them in really good. And if you guys don't know what they sound like, I'll probably leave a clip somewhere in the video. Or if you guys even want to, you can look through my Instagram shorts, or my YouTube shorts, my Instagram reels, my TikTok. I post a lot about it. It sounds really, really good. Or even actually if you go scroll down my YouTube short, my videos, about the video of my C43 review and things like that, you can actually hear the blow-off valve. It really sounds good. So I suggest you guys do that. Now, some people personally don't like, or some people don't like the blow-off valve. Some people do, and I happen to be one of the people that actually likes the blow-off valve sound. Now, in terms of performance, I really haven't seen anything. I mean, I don't really think they're meant for anything. It's meant for just, you know, to hear the little psh at the end after every pull when you let off. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I've done for my car now. Now, I did order a diffuser. If you guys follow me, you guys know what it looks like. But obviously, I put my car away, so I'll probably be for sure installing that like right when spring hits. I'll make a video on that as soon as I can. And then, you know, I'll give you guys my overall review for it. So that's pretty much everything I've done to my car. If you guys have any questions, anything else that you want to know, you know, feel free to DM me, leave a comment. I'll try replying to all you guys. But other than that, thanks for tuning in, and peace and love.